Take number 11. Y'all, I'm serious. I've been trying to do this video and I've tangented. One time I completely lost train of thought, but most of the times I just tangented, got irritated and whatever. So anyway, I'm going to tell you, this is kind of along the lines of stuff I've said before, but there is a differentness to this, so listen. So, I'm a good shot. I don't mind, I like to have my VKSs at about 50. I know 50 is a good, reasonable number that it can still be reliable. I know it's going to shoot when I pull the trigger. I know I can get 30, roughly 30 shots out of it at 50. I can cut down in the 40s and get 35. I can do 2 10s and a 15 with a 9 CI tank, okay? Let's think about this. Now, I really want you guys to think about this, okay? We're David, all right? David and Goliath, okay? David could have never killed Goliath without skill. Well, and God, but I'll digress for the sake of this argument. So anyway, we're David. We've got the pebbles, all right? All right, so we have to have skill, all right? Now, if you've got skill and you've got a decently powered marker, you can be okay. If you don't have skill and you've got a freaking bazooka that's 300,000 joules and you miss and you've only got one shot and it's already less accurate because of that, now listen up. So, and if you don't believe this, you can test it yourself. You can do it one of two ways. Either get you a variable marker and some light ammo, or get you some light and heavy ammo and a high-powered marker. Shoot both. Shoot the light ammo in the marker that's turned down, then turn it up, shoot the same light ammo, see how your group changes at 30 feet or so. Or get your high-powered marker, shoot light ammo, then shoot heavy ammo and see how your group changes. You're going to find, and you can watch my videos, take my word for it, or you can just do it yourself. You're going to find that there is a drastic decrease in your accuracy as you increase your power when it comes to this stuff, especially with lighter ammunition, okay? The lighter the ammo, the more it affects it, okay? Now, so number one, when these people are trying to convince these novices that have never done this and probably don't know how to shoot that they need 100 joules, they need to be telling them that, by the way, you're only going to get 1 or 2 chances, though, with like the FSCs or whatever. That's CO2 only goes so far. Doesn't matter. You can get all. You got to realize there's a finite amount of CO2 that's powering these shots. These mods are not making these things extremely more efficient. They're just making them put out more of this at a time, okay? Don't get me wrong, some things increase efficiency, but that's not, the overall big picture of it is you're just making more of this stuff come out. So the more of this that comes out each shot, the less is left after each shot. Simple physics. All right, so now you've got somebody who thinks that they have to have 100 joules. They don't think about the fact of now you have half as many shots or less. Now, I'm not going to talk about the fact of when you get to 100 joules, you're risking the O-ring just blowing, period. I've shot more than probably anybody out there. I know what I'm talking about. Tell me I'm wrong. Prove me I'm wrong. I've shot 96 times unedited in one take on one of my VKSs, okay? I can't find a video of somebody shooting an entire mag at 100 joules without pausing and stopping and doing something and then shooting more. Why can't they do that? Why can't they do that? If I don't carry that kind of power because I know it's not reliable, and I know that I would rather take my chances on double tapping with 50 and that's 100, or single tapping with 100, missing because it's inaccurate now, or in their face while they laugh at you and take your money. And that's a lot of what's going to happen right there. That's the big thing. The big thing. Prove me wrong. Anybody prove me wrong. So now here's the takeaway. Here's the little different part of this whole thing. So you're using your modified 100 joule less lethal marker that you've not taken the time to learn how to shoot and place your shots. Now listen here. Here's the thing. Somebody's out there typing right now. Stop typing. I know that there might be a guy dressed and drugged up enough and dressed up enough and drugged up enough that 50 joules, one shot of 50 joules into the chest with his parka is not going to do anything. I get that. That's why you learn how to be a good shot and you put shot number 2 right here. or right here, or right here. Because I'm going to tell you right now, 50 joules right here, it will take him down. It will. But if you're just concentrated on having your big dick 100 joules and not being able to actually put your pebble where it needs to be, you don't kill anybody. Now, here's the takeaway. Or not, you won't stop anybody. Here's the takeaway. But you could kill the wrong person. So, you're not practiced. You've got a less accurate piece that's wildly, powerful. You shoot at dude in the parka, you hit the guy beside him or behind him in the head and you kill him. Whoops. Now, let's think about this. Some police departments have limits on how much, how powerful their less lethal stuff can be. Their limits are somewhere, a lot of times right in the 30s and like that. Different departments, there's a lot of different limits, but 30 is a pretty good ballpark, okay? So, Mr. Spencer, you accidentally shot this guy, I understand you modified your VKS to make it more powerful, and it's, how powerful is it? Well, it's 50 joules. The police around here don't even use that much. Well, they use 30. Well, this is just 20 more. Mr. Spencer, you shot this guy in the head, he's dead, and you modified your marker. The police department around here only uses 30 joules. How much did you use? I used 100. 100? So let me get this straight. You added 20, then doubled it as to what the police are even allowed to use? Well, that sounds pretty bad, irresponsible to me, and I understand watching that DK's videos that you also made it inaccurate. Reckon that's why you hit the guy? So you see what I'm saying? And I'm being a dick about it, and it's extreme examples, but extreme examples are the way that you can put stuff into perspective where simple people and simple minds can understand them. So, extreme examples, those are extremes, but granted, all that can happen. And it is sad to me to see how many people are so concerned about a power level that they don't even understand. I will have people who literally will talk to me and will tell me how much they need based off of stuff they've seen, and will argue with me about stuff as to how effective something is that they've never owned, while I've got a trailer full of metal that I've destroyed over the past, year and a half, but yet they know because somebody told them they needed 100 joules to be able to be out in public without somebody taking their lunch money. It's asinine. Somebody asked me the other day about Cerakoting the inside of a barrel. I was like, it don't help. Don't waste your money. More people needs to have attitudes like that. Don't bullshit people. Don't, just be honest with people. You don't need 100 joules. You don't need 100 joules. You do need to place your shots. I promise you. Watch my ballistic head videos. I don't even own anything that's 100 joules, but I freaking destroyed a ballistic head. And granted, yeah, I'm using BK Kinetics. Yeah, it's the best ammo in the world. Yeah, it adds 6 inches to your penis and 72 joules to any shot. It doesn't matter. But even if I wasn't using that, it'd be the same results. It would have still destroyed, at the power level I'm using, it would have still, maybe a couple of more shots to do what I did, but roughly it would have still, been effective. And if all you got to do is be a good enough shot to do a headshot, 50 joules is effective if you can do a headshot. 50 joules is effective. Don't get that twisted. 50 joules is effective in a body shot. I'm just saying, if somebody comes out there all ready for you and angel dusted up and wearing a freaking 16 rugs wrapped around them, but they got their head popping out, you're still good if you can shoot them in the head or the neck or anywhere. But if you can't find the chink in the armor, or you can't hit the chink in the armor, throw your spear down and go home.